Hello, hello, hello. Hello, everybody. I hope you're all well. I hope you're all online. Sorry. There was such crazy chaos in trying to get this live going. I don't know. I don't know if we're in Mercury retrograde at the moment, but today technology has challenged me like you cannot believe. I could sit here all night and tell you my horrible technology story. So please forgive me. Absolutely, please forgive me. But at least I am finding, I think I have a live, and I think there are people online. So yay, I got one thing right tonight. So to all my club members, I'm so sorry. I did 2 lives actually for you alone, but the one there was only me and one person. I don't know what happened, but obviously everybody was finding the wrong link, and I don't know. Technology and me have not been friends today, so forgive me. And hello, hello, hello to everybody. Thank you so much for coming online, because I was starting to think I was neglected. I was starting to think nobody loved me anymore. So hello, everybody. Hello, Shannon. Shannon saying good morning. Hello, my darling. So yes, I do apologize. Yeah, Cindy, it's been madness. It's been absolutely madness. So, we'll get into the readings in a minute, but let me just share with you very quickly. So Thursday afternoons is when I record the Friday picker cards, okay? Because obviously there's no time to record it, edit it, and upload it on a Friday morning. So I do them on a Thursday afternoon. And today I recorded some absolutely fantastic readings. I was like so proud of myself. I was walking around here going, yay, I did fabulously. And then I went to edit the video, which is now taking the 4 videos, separate videos that I record, and put them together into the right format. And I went and edited them, and they were all in silence. There was no audio. Silence. It was me going, blah. But there were no words. There was no sound. Hello, everybody. So I was like devastated. I was absolutely devastated. So I spent an hour and a half recording amazing messages. And you've got my picture, you've got my face, you've got the cards, you've got all the actions, but no sound. And I couldn't fix it. So I had to redo the whole lot. And then during that, I had technical difficulties. So it's been a day. Now I come to do live videos, live readings or whatever for my members, and there was only me. And then I had one person join, and I see everybody sitting here. So I don't even have coffee tonight. Tonight I have some Pepsi. So cheers, everybody. Let's have some Pepsi. You know what, Cindy? It wasn't Spirit just playing with me. I think it was Spirit really just irritating me, because I was so happy with my readings. They were fabulous. Okay, the second ones are also fabulous, I have to admit. I was also very, very excited with my second ones, but the first ones were really awesome. So anyway, so tonight you get me with my hair up because I'm hot. You know, when I sit in here with all the lights on, it gets very, very warm. So forgive me if I'm looking a bit hot and flustered. All right. Yeah, Nazim, just breathe. Hey? Sometimes it's important. Oh, Shannon, thank you, my darling. Thank you. Mwah. I so value and appreciate that, my love. Really do. Thank you. Okay, so let's get into this. I am going to start with my club members first, because, you know, they pay for the privilege. They pay for the privilege. Oh, Lloyd, hello. Yay, Lloyd's made it. Oh no, Lloyd says he's bitterly unhappy with the move. Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that, but we're going to focus on you in a bit. I need to that's such terrible phrasing, but let me read for my club members first. So my club members, for everybody who's watching, they're the people with the little butterflies next to their name. Okay, so if you're wondering how come they've got butterflies and you don't, it's because they are club members. So that basically is the monthly subscription on the YouTube. So if you look just down the bottom here, you're going to see a little join button. If you click that and you join, you get the little butterfly next to your name and all sorts of fabulous perks, except on a night like tonight when I don't get technology right. So Liz, hello, my darling. I see Liz Driver. Hello. I'm going to do yours first because it's the one I see, and I'm going to ask my other club members to repost their questions, and then we will get on to everybody else. I'm not in a hurry. I've got nowhere else to be, so we can spend some time together. So Liz, what does Spirit want me to know about finances? Okay, so I have got quite a few cards on the table as always. I have chosen some from there, I've chosen some from there, I've chosen some from there, and I have a collection on the table. But in my hand at the moment, Liz, I am holding my CS Tarot. I just love this deck. It shuffles so nicely. It holds so nicely. I just absolutely love it. So Liz Driver, let's see, my darling, what does Spirit want you to know about your finances? What does Spirit want Liz to know about finances? What can we offer Liz on finances? And Liz, you are getting this one. Okay, so very interesting, Liz. You've got the Queen of Swords, and Queen of Swords energy, you know, she's, without swearing and without being really horrible, she is the bee, okay? She's not afraid to express herself. She's not afraid to speak her mind. She's not afraid to put herself out there, okay? She's got a very sharp mind. She's got a very sharp wit. She recognizes her strength. She recognizes her power. She recognizes what she's capable of doing, and she takes no nonsense from anybody, all right? So Liz, how do we relate this to your finances? Well, it's basically saying to you, with regards to your finances, you need to be that sharp. All right. You need to, I'm going to say, steal from Peter to pay Paul. You need to do whatever it is that you can do. You need to manipulate. You need to be sharp. You need to be smart. You need to be quick about it. Don't sleep on anything. Don't ponder things for too long. Don't think about it for too long. This is about being quick, being sharp, and being really smart about your actions. And if you do that, you're going to recognize that there is a lot more than you realize. And the reason why I say that is because I see how long her sword is, okay? So it's basically saying to you that if you are that forward thinking in handling your finances and managing your finances, you're going to recognize and see that you have a lot more than you bargained for, than you realized. Not more debt, but more money. But you have to be smart, and you have to be quick about your smart. Okay, so sending you lots of love, Liz. Thank you. Cindy, hello, my darling. Oh, Cindy, we are going to have coffee, my friend. We are going to. Oh, Nazima, thank you, my darling. Thank you for that. I really so value and appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so Cindy, let's draw a card for you. So we do, for those of you who've just come online, hello, hello, hello. I am drawing now for my club members first, and then I will do the general for everybody. So club members are those people with little butterflies next to their name. And so we're going to do for Cindy. Cindy wants a general card. Let's see what I get for Cindy. General card for Cindy, you get this one. Oh, okay. So Cindy, this is the Judgment card. And the Judgment card, you can see that they're blowing the trumpet, okay, blowing the trumpet, and everybody at the bottom here is sort of standing up saying, see me, see me, see me. The Judgment card is basically the call to action, okay? That's how I like to call it. It's the call to action. And it's the card that's telling you that Spirit are asking you to step up to the plate. Spirit are blowing the trumpet to attract your attention because they need you to do something, all right? You are a light worker. You and I know that. You're a healer. You give amazing inspiration to other people. You're forever guiding and helping other people. And Spirit are basically saying that it's time that you step up to the plate. There's something that you need to do. There's somebody that you know who needs your help and guidance, and you need to step up. It's also about recognizing that you can do whatever it is that you want to do. Carry on doing the things that you are doing. And don't ever worry about backlash. Don't ever worry about being for people thinking bad of you or anything like that. Don't be so concerned about the judgment of others, but rather just stay true to yourself, and everything is going to be okay. But this is definitely Spirit blowing the trumpet to attract your attention, to say it's time that you step up and time that you started doing the work that you need to. All right. Sending you lots of love, my darling. Lots and lots and lots of love, Cindy. Robin, hello, Robin. Heading on holiday in the coming days. Oh, you are so lucky. And we'll be facing some interesting family dynamics as we do on holiday, don't we? Oh my gosh. Please, can I get insight on how to approach this? Okay. Robin, I totally understand. Family dynamics, let's be honest. Sure, family dynamics can be quite challenging, can't they? All right. So, Robin, let's just see how to handle the holiday, because obviously holidays are supposed to be fun. They're supposed to be, laid back and casual. They're not supposed to be so difficult. Leanne, just to answer your question there, Leanne, you're asking why is your butterfly blue? I don't know, actually. I think your butterfly is supposed to be red. So basically, each month that you are in the club, after each month, your butterfly changes color. So I think they start on red, and when you're in your first month, they're red. And when you get to your second month, they change to blue. And then there's green, and then there's purple. I don't know, there's all sorts of colors there. So the color of your butterfly is supposed to determine how long you've been in the club for. So I don't know. Leanne, how long have you been in the club for? I don't know. But that's why you have a butterfly, because you're part of the club. As far as the color, I don't know. YouTube figures that out. All right, Robin, let's get back to your question. So how does Robin handle the family dynamics on holiday? What does Robin need to know about the family dynamics on holiday? What's important and significant for Robin to know about family dynamics? Oh, look at that. Okay. So Robin, what we have here is the moon card, and the moon card is the card of intuition, but it's also the card that tells you not everything is as it seems, okay? The moon card is also saying to you that what you see above the surface and what's happening under the surface may be two very different things, okay? So Robin, this is basically saying to you that with regards to the family, just be aware. It's interesting, I'm noticing the two pillars over here, and if I get my fingers to work in the same time, and I think that's referring to the two camps in your family, the two divisions, or the division in the family between two groups or two segments or two parts of the family. And I think, Robin, what this is really saying to you is that you've got to, it's not about picking a side, because here we've got the pathway going through the middle, and that's what you need to be. You need to be staying on that middle pathway. But you need to recognize that, you know what, if people want to sit separately, if they want to stay separately, that's their problem. You don't have to participate in that. You don't have to be part of that. And also understand that this situation runs much deeper than we understand. What we know on the surface of the family dynamics is only a part of it. There's so much more that's happening under the surface, and that's what you've got to be careful about. That's the part that you need to be worried about. I'm saying to you here, and I want you to see this pathway that's going through the middle. It is almost smack bang in the middle, and that's where you need to be. So you don't want to be joining this camp. You don't want to be joining this camp. You want to stay right down that middle and leave everybody to their own thing. Don't try and fix it. Stay out of it. Keep your nose clean and stay in the center, and everything will be okay. All right, Robin, sending you lots of love. Hello to everybody else that's come online. Hello, hello. I am reading for my club members first, and then I will read for the general public. So everybody, if you can just be patient, and I will be with you all shortly. So my club members are the people with little butterflies next to their name. Hello, Julie Barnes. Hello, general card for work. Let's see what we get for you, Julie. General card for work for Julie. Let's see what we get. And for those of you just joined online, I've had a terrible technology challenged day. I thought Mercury was in retrograde all over again, but the challenges are behind us. Your pick a card has been posted, and tomorrow I shall reveal all. Right. Julie, for work. Oh, wow, another major arcana card. Okay. So, Julie, the Chariot talks about movement, okay? The Chariot is about a journey and movement and progress. But the interesting thing about the Chariot card is it says to you, you've got to be mindful, you've got to be aware of not just where you're starting and where you're ending, but the journey that you take along the way. So, Julie, this is telling you that there is change that's taking place, okay? There's definitely some change that's taking place for you. There's definitely some movement and progress that's happening for you, and you need to be mindful of that. But you need to be focusing on the journey and not just on the destination. So, Julie, whatever's going on with you at the moment, just stay focused. Keep your head on the prize, if I can put it that way, but participate and be part of the process as well, not just on the end result. And things are going to actually work out fabulously for you. I do think that's going to be absolutely fabulous. Good. Let me see if I can pick up the cards again. Right, who else did I miss on? Oh, thank you so much for joining the club. Oh, that is so awesome. I get so excited. I'm still trying to learn how this whole chat thing works. You know me, I'm a little bit slow. So I'm still trying to get all of that worked out. Thanks, Robin. All right. So let's do for our newest club member with the red butterfly. Hello, my darling. Let's see. Can you tell me if there's any positive news on a relationship? All right. Let's see. Positive news on a relationship for Inika. Positive news on a relationship. Let's see what we get. Positive news on a relationship. And we're getting that one for you. Oh, yes. I get so excited. So, my darling, for you, we have got the Four of Wands. And Four of Wands, in a word, if I had to use a single word to describe the card, it is commitment. It's the marriage card. It is the commitment card. It is the card of people connecting on such a level and celebrating and joy and all of those kind of things around the relationship. So it's almost like you can see this little couple coming forward to the gazebo to have their ceremony, to have their wedding, to have their commitment, their joining of the two. So that's really exciting. So I don't know what your relationship status is, but there's definitely some formal commitment coming for you. Formal commitment. And you know what? Formal commitment doesn't always necessarily mean a wedding ceremony, because a formal commitment can be an engagement. It can be just an agreement or a contract between two people, but it's definitely a substantial commitment between two people. So that is absolutely awesome. So I hope that helps you. And if you haven't met somebody, if you're single, then clearly you're going to meet somebody really soon in order to have that commitment. So I hope that helps. I hope that helps. All right. Oh, and Tash, hello. You also joined the club. Oh, she says she's single. Hold a second, Tash. I'm going to come back to you in a second. Hello, Renee. Hello, hello. Nice to see you here. I'm going to bring you a reading in a minute. Nicole, you say you're single. Hold a second. Actually, you know what, my darling? I'm going to pull from this deck. So this is one of my favorite oracle decks. I think it's the one I used the last time when I did live readings, and I just absolutely adore it. So, Nicole, let's see with regards to the single. So we've already got the commitment. We've already got the relationship. We've already got the marriage card that's come up for you. So let's just see about this business of being single. Let's just see what we get for you here. I didn't even look. Oh, look. Okay. So it's pathway. And it's about the journey, and it's about walking. And here the message is going forward. So, Inika, that's telling you that there's definitely something coming up, but you have to progress down the road. You have to walk the journey. You have to walk the road. And somewhere along that road, you're going to meet tall, dark, and handsome, for want of a better phrase. All right, sending lots of love to you. Okay, Tash, hello, hello, hello. So excited to see all these butterflies. And for those of you who are joining and don't know what the butterflies are, they are my YouTube club members. Click the join button below. Right, Tash, let's draw a card for you. Does Tash have a question? No, but I'm just going to draw a card for you, Tash. Let's see what we get for Tash. Message for Tash from Spirit. What does Tash need to know? What's important and significant for Tash to know right now? Okay, so we've got the boredom card, all right? It is I have to look, it's the Four of Cups. And the Four of Cups is a little bit of boredom. It's a little bit of like, life is okay. It's not fabulous, but it's okay. But it's a boredom card. It's feeling a little bit disinterested. It's feeling a little bit like, nothing's fancy, nothing exciting, nothing fabulous is happening. But what we have to note with this card is he's focusing on these three cups across the bottom here. And that's what's got him a little bit bored. That's what's got him a little bit disinterested. That's what got him a little bit feeling, nah. Okay. And what's interesting is this hand that's coming out of the cloud over here, this offering. And it's almost like, if we can call it, Tash, a spiritual offering. Okay. The spiritual offering that's coming forward for you, and the spiritual offering that's going to be an offer of something fabulous, of something amazing for you. Okay. So that's very interesting. So yes, you may be feeling a little bit bored and a bit disinterested with the life at the moment, but just know that that is changing. So keep your eyes peeled, keep your eyes open, be looking around, and you're going to see something exciting developing for you quite soon. So that's exciting for you. Awesome. All right. Renee, hello. Want a reading on love? I would love a reading. Okay, I thought you wanted a reading on love. Right, let's have a look for Renee. I like your name, by the way. Let's see what we get for you, my darling. Message for Renee from Spirit today. It's a pleasure, Tash. Oh, Renee, I'm sorry, my darling. We have got the dreaded heartbreak card. But you know what? I don't know what the heartbreak's about. I don't know what this is saying to you. But what it's saying is that we need to recognize that there is pain in the heart. We need to recognize that there is disappointment, there is pain, there is heartache, there is heartbreak. There is definitely, some kind of heartache, heartbreak happening. What I want to talk about with this card for you as well is that it's saying we need to acknowledge, we need to recognize, we need to be mindful of the heartbreak, of the pain that we're expressing. And with you in particular, I feel like sometimes we suppress the emotion. When somebody has hurt us, when somebody has let us down, when somebody's betrayed us, when we've had all those kind of things, we often suppress the emotions. Instead of speaking out and telling people, hey, you hurt my feelings, we tend to bottle it in, we tend to keep it in. And I think this is saying to you, it's time to express the negative emotions that you may be feeling. If somebody steps on your toes, figuratively, if somebody hurts you, if somebody says something that upsets you, let them know. Don't try and hold it all in. Don't try and hold it back. It's important that you let people know what you're feeling. It's important that you express the feelings, because how do then your family and your friends and the people that you engage with, the people that you interact with, how do they know? How can they improve their relationship with you if they don't know when they've hurt you? So my darling, I hope that makes sense, and I hope that helps. I know it's not what you wanted to hear. I'm sure it's not what you wanted to hear, but I do hope that that makes a bit of sense to you and helps you with whatever it is that you're going through at the moment. Okay. Oh, she says, I do bottle it up working on it. It's hard. It's really hard because, we're so afraid of letting people down. We're so afraid of people being upset with us, especially when it comes to expressing a negative emotion. We've all been programmed and conditioned to only talk about the positives, to only express the good. We don't really express the negative, but it's important that you do. It's important that you put that part of yourself out there. Okay. Awesome. Good. Right. Did I miss anybody? I don't think so. Leanne, hello. Okay. All right. So, Leanne, yours looks very interesting indeed. Leanne says, have been avoiding a horrid colleague's calls. How do I take control? I have accomplished my goal of delegation for the week. Is there any more that needs to be done? Should I reach out to a family member? Okay. So, Leanne, I'm going to have a look at this horrid colleague of yours. Okay. So what does Leanne, the question I'm going to ask of the cards is, what does Leanne need to know in order to handle this colleague? What does Leanne need to know to handle the colleague? Let's see what we get. What does Leanne need to know? Right, so Leanne, okay. So, Leanne, Three of Cups. Three of Cups is the card of celebration. It's the card of joy. It's the card of acknowledgement. It's the card of really, acknowledging the positive and saying cheers and all of those kind of things. And obviously, if this horrid colleague of yours is not really somebody you want to go out and have a good time with, but I think what this is telling you is to boost their ego. How do you handle this horrid colleague of yours? You need to compliment them. You need to tell them how fabulous they are. You need to give them all the positive confirmations under the sun, boost their ego, and then they will lay off you, okay? If you keep being defensive, if you keep holding back, then I think they're going to just come forward and attack. If you, congratulate them and acknowledge them and boost the ego and tell them how fabulous they are, then they're going to back off from you and move on to somebody else, all right? So I know that's a little bit manipulative, but in order for you to safeguard your emotions and for you to be able to function a lot better, this is definitely something that you need to be doing. Okay, so I hope that helps, Leanne. All right. Oh, Yash, hello. Nice to have you here. Yash is asking for a card for techno. And again, for those of you who are just coming online, I answer all the butterflies first. So everybody who has a little butterfly next to their name, they are my YouTube club members, and they get their questions answered first because they've paid for that preference. And then I look at everybody else. So if you want to join the club, click the little join button below. But Yash, let's actually, you know what, Yash, I'm going to change from this deck. And I'm going to use the Sacred Destiny Oracle. So, Yash, let's see a card for Techno. Shame. I hope Techno's doing okay. I actually did add you and Techno into my healing list in hopes that it helps. Receiving daily healing and some little bit of Reiki energy to help out the situation. So, card for Techno. What does Yash need to know about Techno? How do we help Techno? What is important for us to be aware of with regards to Techno? Relaxation. So, whatever you're doing, Yash, it's absolutely fine. Whatever you're doing for Techno is perfect. You don't need to be doing anything else. It's really just, it's a time of allowing her to relax, allowing her to be calm, allowing her to be still. If she wants to go for a walk, if she wants to do whatever she can, but allow her body the time that it needs to just heal in its own space. I think that's all that you need to be focusing on, and just, giving her treats, giving her love, making her feel comfortable, making her feel safe and secure. That's the only thing that you need to do, and she will be absolutely fine. She will be, but lots of relaxation. And you know what? I think you need this too. I'm going to going to give this an incredibly stressful time recently with everything that's going on. But even before that, let's just say the last year has been incredibly stressful. There's been so much on the go, and I think you need this. So going into the end of 2020, spend a bit of time doing, I want to say doing nothing, and I know that's impossible for you, but spend a bit of time doing as little as possible and just recharging your batteries, recharging your energy, focusing on the things that bring you joy. So like the person on the card here is just lying in a hammock and reading a book. If that's what brings you joy, then do more of that. Okay. Do what brings you joy and know that everything's going to be okay. Okay. Awesome. I think that's all my club members done. Okay. So Vera, I see you are next on, well, not next on the list, but I see your question. So Vera says, Renee, please can I know about a permanent job that I enjoy? Okay. When, how, and where? All right, Suvera, let's see what we get for you, my darling. So obviously we're looking for a position. We're looking for a job. So let's see for Suvera, what does Suvera need to know about finding a position that she will enjoy, a position that brings happiness, that brings joy, and brings abundance for Suvera. Let's see what we get. Oh, very interesting. King of Wands energy. So typically when we're talking career, when we're talking work, when we're talking business, okay, King of Wands to me is always self-employed. King of Wands is about being the boss, being in charge, being especially the King of Wands, okay? So Severa, I wonder if this isn't saying to you that you need to rather start something, or rather put yourself out there, or rather create an opportunity for yourself as opposed to just going with the flow, because this is definitely self-employment, business manager, business owner kind of energy. So I wonder if that helps, my darling. Oh, yes, Nazima, I did miss you. I'm sorry. I'm going to come back to you now. Please post your question again, Nazima, because if I try and scroll up, the whole thing just goes completely wonky. And also, Shannon, I'm going to do yours for you now too, my darling. I'm going to do Shannon, and I'm going to do Nazima next. So Severa, for this, I'd really think it's you need to be in a position of control. You need to be in a position of authority. And to me, I generally always see this card as being self-employed. So see what you can do about either starting something or getting into a position of authority or something like that. But this to me is not employee status. This is more being manager, owner, business leader. Okay. So I hope that helps you. All right, Nazima, I need your, well, actually, let me see if I can scroll. Let me see if I can scroll and find yours. Normally when I scroll through the chat, it goes absolutely crazy. Oh, there we go. I see it, Nazima. My question is simply love, 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 and if a relationship is coming in for me. All right, Nazima, let's see what I get for you, my darling. So Nazima's question, Nazima's a club member. Let's see about love. She is, whoopsie, currently single. What does Nazima need to know about relationship? Is there a relationship for her? When is it coming? What does she need to do to attract it? What is significant and important for Nazima in a relationship? To attract the perfect partner, to make her happy and to make her live the life of her dreams. And Nazima, you are getting this one. Oh, the moon card again. So Nazima, the moon card is the card of intuition, but it's also the card of saying to you that you've got to be careful of the shadows. You've got to be careful of what's lurking in the shadows. And it's interesting. I interpret the card differently every time I see it, but it's based on the question and it's based on the energy that I pick up off you. So Nazima, what this card is basically saying to you is that there is a relationship for you. And I think it's already somebody who's watching you. I know that sounds a little bit creepy, but to me, it's somebody lurking in the shadows who's watching and observing your every move, waiting to see if you notice them, waiting to see if you notice them so that they can make the, put up a little hand and a wave and say hi to you. So to me, it's saying to you that there is somebody in your space already, even though you say you're single, somebody's seen you, somebody's noticed you, and somebody's waiting for a chance to make a move, okay? But it's also saying to you that if somebody approaches you, let me rephrase that, when somebody approaches you, don't just take them at face value, dig deep, okay? When somebody approaches you and says, hey, do you want to go for a cup of coffee or whatever, however people do things these days. I'm very out of touch with relationships. When somebody approaches you and says, do you want to go and have a cup of coffee or whatever it is, just ask the relevant questions, dig deep. Do not take anything or anyone at face value. But I definitely get somebody's watching you, somebody's observing you, somebody's hiding in the shadows, waiting for the right time, the right opportunity to come forward, to talk to you, to express themselves and to say hi. Okay, so Nazima, I really do think that something's happening quite soon, but you mustn't take them at face value. You need to dig deep and find out all the information that is there for you. Okay, so that's interesting. All right, now I want to do Shannon. Where's Shannon? Where's Shannon? Shannon, what was your question, my darling? Oh, no, you didn't have a question. You just said I must draw from my favorite deck. I have so many favorite decks, Shannon. I really do. Which is your favorite deck of mine? Which is your favorite deck of mine? Shannon, let me know. I have I have quite a few around me. Let me have a sip of my Pepsi while we're waiting. I'm so excited. I have ordered an aircon. So I won't be sitting in my office and sweating. Next week I will have an aircon, and I'm so looking forward to that. All right, Shannon, I'm waiting for you to tell me which deck you want, which is your favorite deck of mine. I have this one, which is the CS Tarot, on the table in front of me. I have the Sacred Destiny on the table in front of me. I should say the Oracle cards. Yes. Sacred Destiny. Love this deck. All right, let's draw a card for Shannon. All right, Shannon, let's draw a card. And the reason why I'm picking Shannon in front of everybody else is because Shannon did a donation. So I'm so appreciative of that. That's absolutely awesome. All right, so card for Shannon. What does Shannon need to know? What's important and significant for Shannon? Oh, Nazima, I'm so pleased to hear. So you know that there's somebody stalking you. You know that somebody's watching you. That's so awesome. All right, Shannon, let's see what we get for you, my darling. I hope you're healing well, my love. I hope you're taking care of yourself and resting as much as you need to as well. Okay, card for Shannon. This one is coming up. What have we got? Oh, look at that. Oh, I love it. Miracles, my darling. How fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. You know, so there's a couple of things that I notice on this card. The first thing I notice is I want to say supper time, but it's not that. It's night time. That's the words I'm supposed to be using. It's night time. We have the sun setting because you can see that there's still sunshine, but we've got the night time there. We obviously have the two rainbows. We have this beautiful nature scene. And you know what? This is what we have to understand, is that every single day is a miracle. Every single day, miracles are happening all around us. Miracles aren't just winning the lotto or coming into a huge amount of money. Miracles are the fact that you wake up every day, the fact that you have clothes, the fact that you have money, the fact that you have a bed, you have a roof over your head, whatever it is. You know, when you walk outside and you see a flower that has just opened up and bloomed, that's a miracle. Miracles are happening every day. Every baby that's born, every breath that we take, those are all absolute miracles. The fact that I have a fan blowing above me is all miracles. And when we become more focused on miracles, when we become more aware of every single little miracle that happens in life, what we're doing is we're allowing more of that grace, more of that gratitude, and more of that excitement into our space. And that's really, really important. Okay. So Shannon, I know you are incredibly grateful. I know you always are so grateful for everything that you receive in life. And just understand that for as much as you give gratitude and as much as you are looking at the miracles and appreciating the miracles, please know that the universe is sending miracles back to you as well. I think that's absolutely beautiful for you. Absolutely beautiful. Lots of love and blessings to you, my darling. Okie dokie. Right. Okay, Alexandra, I see your question. Let's answer your question. Okay, so I'm going to, sorry, I just want to make some space here in front of me. Alexandra, let's have a look. Not something about me personally, but really like to know if Donald Trump, oh my gosh, is doing good in this world, and if those awakened are winning this fight. Okay, so I'm probably the worst person to ask that question because I know nothing about politics, and especially not American politics because I'm not in America. So I'm gonna pull a card because you've asked the question, and I'm gonna use my lovely little tarot deck here. Okay. So Alexandra, let me read your question again because I am now so intrigued because I'm really not a political person at all, and I'm quite naive and quite stupid with politics. So not something about me personally, but would really love to know if Donald Trump is doing good in this world and if those awakened are winning this fight. So let's see. Is Donald Trump doing good in this world? I'm just going to leave it at that. Is Donald Trump doing good in this world? Let's see what we get for you. Is Donald Trump doing good in this world? And I'm taking this one. Oh, wow. Knight of Pentacles, okay? So first thing I notice is that the horse is standing still, all right? That's the first thing I notice. The horse is standing still. The guy on the horse, the knight on the horse, he's got his full armor on. He does have his visor open so that he can have a look. It's almost like he's waiting. It's almost like he's paused and he's resting and he's waiting. He's waiting for something to happen in front of him so that he can then progress and charge forward, okay? The other thing is that it is about the Pentacles, and Pentacles has got to do with money. Pentacles has got to do with material possessions. So Alexandra, in answer to your question, is Trump doing good in the world? I think this card is saying to you that he's still got so much more to do. At the moment, he's stopped. At the moment, he's pausing. At the moment, he's standing still. So right now, he's not doing anything. He's pausing. He's waiting. But it's like he's waiting for something to happen. It's like he's waiting for an event to take place in front of him. And once that event has taken place in front of him, then he's going to make his next move. So I hope that makes sense, because like I said, I really don't understand politics at all. But this card is basically saying that he is waiting. He's ready and he's waiting for his next step, but he's just waiting for something to happen in front of him before he progresses forward and before he displays whatever it is that he needs to display. So I hope that helps. I hope that makes sense. Like I said, I am clueless. And I see I'm all fuzzy. The camera hasn't focused. So let's bring Trump back into, oopsie, where's the camera? There's the camera. And there we go. We're back in focus. So, Alexandra, I hope that helps, my darling. Kelsey, hello, Kelsey. Hello. Right. So, Kelsey, you're going to get from my Oracle deck because I just love this deck. Right. So, Kelsey, any guidance or clarity? Right. Let's see what we get for Kelsey. Any guidance or clarity for Kelsey? What does Kelsey need to know right now? What's important for Kelsey right now? What's important for Kelsey right now? This one. Oh, look at that, my darling. Potential. And you know what? Again, these cards are just so beautiful, aren't they? So here we have, I'm going to call it a volcano because I think it's a volcano. Or is it just a mountain? I don't know. I don't know if it's a volcano or if it's a mountain, but it's about potential, and it's about the potential building, because if I see it as a volcano, you know, underground, again, we don't know what's going on. There's so much going on below that. And remember, a volcano is the only thing that can make land. It's the only thing that when it erupts through that fire, through that explosion, and through all of that, that lava that comes out is what makes new land, okay? A volcano is the only thing that has the potential to expand land mass, all right? So it's very interesting. And then the other thing that I want to see here is I see that we have a ridge. There's like a different land here and a different land there. So it's all these different layers, all these different parts and all these different aspects. And Kelsey, what this is, with it saying potential at the bottom, it's saying that you've got to recognize the potential that you carry, the potential that you have here within your heart and soul. There are no limits. There are no restrictions. Even if you have something blocking your opening at the top of the volcano, nothing can hold you back. Nothing can stop you, okay? You have the potential to be, to do, and to have, and to experience anything. Anything that you set your mind to. But it all comes down to this. It's all about recognizing the potential that you have and putting that into motion and allowing it to exist and to be for yourself. So I hope that helps, my darling. Sending lots of love to you. Tash says, love that question about Trump. Okay, and Alexandra says, yes, it makes so much sense. I'm so glad, because I am quite clueless when it comes to politics. I keep thinking, you know, I should actually get up to date with it. Nothing. I just don't have the time to try and figure it all out, because it's awfully complex. That's all I know. It's awfully complex. Okay, Christine also says Trump card was spot on. Well, I'm glad, because I really have no clue at all. It's such a pleasure, such a pleasure. Mimi, hello, Mimi. I'm going to do a question for you, a card for you. Can you please give advice on the relationship that I'm pursuing? Oh, that's interesting, Mimi, a relationship. So again, I'm going to use the Oracle deck because it was in my hand at the time. Thanks, Kelsey. You too, my darling. Right, so Mimi, let's have a look for you. Advice on the relationship that you are currently pursuing. What does Mimi need to know about the relationship that she is pursuing? Let's have a look. Mimi's relationship that she's pursuing, and we're going to go with this one. Oh, look at that. Simplicity. And you know what? I love that as an answer. I really do, because basically, you know what we do? It's human nature to overcomplicate things. It's human nature to take something that is generally quite a simple concept or quite a simple thing, and we tend to blow it up, don't we? We tend to really overcomplicate it, and we tend to make it go absolutely ballistic. But actually, if we just recognize it's two people who enjoy each other's company, who get on well, who connect, who just have feelings, energies, and emotions, and you know what? Let's just be. Let's keep it simple, okay? So really, Mimi, with regards to the relationship that you're pursuing, don't overcomplicate it, all right? You know, and again, if you're pursuing a relationship, that means that we haven't actually had that connection yet. And I think what this card is saying to you is spend more time together, spend more time in each other's company, and just let things happen on a natural, just keep it simple. Don't force it. Don't try and be somebody you're not. And I think for you in particular, within yourself, just be confident with who you are. Don't try and adapt yourself to fit the person or what you think they're looking for. Just be honest. Just be yourself. Just be your beautiful, natural self, and trust that the relationship will work out perfectly for you. So keep it simple. So you've heard what do they call it? The KISS principle. Keep it simple, and then you can add the second S in there. All right. Sending lots of love and blessings to you. Okay, there was somebody who I saw, Debbie Ellis. Hello, Debbie Ellis. Let's see if I can get a card for Debbie. Guidance would be great, thanks. So Debbie Ellis, I'm going to draw a card for you. Let's see what does Spirit need you to know. Lots of love, Shannon. Thank you for being here, and thank you for the donation, my darling. Take it easy, and I hope the doctor's appointment goes well. All right. So Debbie, let's see what we get for you, Debbie. Debbie Ellis, card for you. Openness. Oh, I like that. That is, I think I say that about every single card. You guys must think I'm mad, but I do. I love all the cards. They're fantastic. So, Debbie, sorry, just want to see what was your Debbie Ellis. Just any guidance. Okay. So, you know what, Debbie? I think again, this is a card very similar to what we had just now for Kelsey, because openness is telling you to be open. It's telling you to not have expectations, to not have restrictions, to not have limits, to just be open to the abundance of the universe. Be open to whatever the universe wants to offer you. Be open to anything that could potentially happen for you. Don't have any limits or restrictions with relationships, with career, with whatever you've got going at the moment. Just open your heart and soul, open your mind, open your life to the potential of anything. Be open to everything. And even if, I mean, here we have the full moon and we have the beautiful starry night. We do have some clouds developing across the bottom. But Debbie, I think what this is also saying to you is that you've got to recognize that even when the clouds cover the moon, it doesn't make the moon less significant. It doesn't take away the power from the moon. Just because there's clouds covering the moon, you've got to be open to the fact that the moon still exists behind that, and the moon's energy, the moon's power, the moon's effectiveness is still just as strong, even though we can't see it. So in your life, with whatever's going on in your life at the moment, when the clouds come over, when the clouds start getting in the way, don't immediately think, oh, well, that's an opportunity gone and lost. Be open. Okay, be open to potential, be open to possibilities, be open to anything, and know that things are going to happen as they need to, but according to universe timing. All right, sending lots of love to you. Okay. Right, let's see who else I can see. Oh, Mimi, it's such a pleasure. Oh, wait, I'm not at the bottom. Bonita, hello, hello, hello. Any advice from Spirit for Bonita? Let's see what I get. Let's see what I get. Message for Bonita. Bonita, message from Spirit for Bonita. Whoops. Renee throws the cards on the table, but that's just Renee. She's been shuffling cards all day. Her hands are tired. Tired and sore. Right, Bonita, message for Bonita. Let's see what we get. And Sue, I will do yours next. Right, oh, look at that, Bonita. You've got the Delight card, and it is so delightful. First of all, those colors are so bright. Those colors are so beautiful. So here we have a little bird that has landed on the grass, full of little flowers, full of little happiness, little bundles of joy, little bundles of happiness. And it is about being delightful. It's about recognizing the potential, the happiness, the joy, the success, and the delight that there is. And I know, Bonita, I know that you've had a tough week. I know it's been difficult. I know it hasn't been an easy one for you. But you know what you've got to do is you've got to find these tiny little flowers. You've got to find these tiny little pockets of happiness, and you've got to rely on those, work with those, focus on those, and let those carry you through. Recognize, I mean, the birds landed on the grass. Birds don't often land on the grass, okay? But this birdie is tired. It's been an emotional week. It's been a difficult week. It has been difficult. And by just taking that rest, taking that time out and focusing on the little beauty around, focusing on the little pockets of happiness and the little pockets of delight, you will find that your mood will immediately start shifting and improving. Okay, so Bonita, sending you lots of love, my darling, and I hope that helps you. I wanted to do Sue Bolton. Hello, my darling. I'm so glad, Debbie. I'm so glad that resonated with you. That's absolutely awesome. Right, I am shuffling for Sue. Message for Sue. Let's see what we get. And again, I'm sticking with the Oracle deck now because I just love this Oracle deck. Message for Sue. Let's see what we get. It's a pleasure, Bonita. I hope that helps you, my darling. Right, message for Sue. So Sue, ooh, how exciting. Oh, yes, Lloyd, you next. Sorry. Okay, so Sue, you have got the change card. First of all, who doesn't love a horse hot air balloon? You know, we're not saying that that's your mode of transport. We're not saying that that's what you have to change into. But you know what? As much as it is quite silly, as much as it is maybe even quite ridiculous, but it's about, again, I'm going to say it's about removing expectations. It's about removing conformity. It's about recognizing that you can be, do, and go anywhere. There are no restrictions. There are no limitations. There's nothing holding you back. And you know what, Sue? I think you're so ready for this, my darling. I really do. We're not talking about, again, the horse in the hot air balloon, but I think for you, Sue, it's about just recognizing that it's time to evolve, it's time to shift, it's time to move, it's time to progress. Okay, that's what I get with the change card for you. It's interesting as well. The horse is leaving this side and moving to this side. Look at the colors. We've got some dark colors this side, dark, somber colors, and we're moving into the light, if I can put it that way. So it's about leaving the darkness behind. It's about leaving the hard, leaving the difficult, leaving the uncomfortable, leaving all those things behind and moving towards the fun, moving towards the excitement, moving towards better. Okay, and it's definitely happening. But I also think the fact that we have got, again, I'm going to call it the horse in the hot air balloon. I think that's basically saying to you that you've got to accept, help, and do things completely out of the ordinary, completely, you know, what comes out of left field kind of thing, completely strange, obscure, and peculiar is what you need to be looking for. But there's definitely change happening for you, and I do believe it's going to be positive change. All right, so Sue, sending lots of love to you, my darling. Lots of love. I hope that helps. Okay, Lloyd. Dear Lloyd, sitting in the UK. All right, so Lloyd's question says, do I move to another company as I'm horribly unhappy with the work move? So the work move was quite recently, wasn't it, Lloyd? Okay. Oh, Nicole, sorry, my darling, I missed you. I will try and see, and then I will refer back to you in a second. Sorry, my darling, I actually will go back and have a look. Otherwise, if you can just copy and paste, that would be great as well. So, Lloyd, let's take a card for you. What does Lloyd do with regards to the work situation? Because he's horribly unhappy. Does he stick it out? Does he change? What can he do to change his circumstances, to improve on his circumstances? Let's see what we get from Lloyd. Let's see what we get for Lloyd. All right, that one. Oh, wow. All right, Lloyd, so you've got the hot air balloon pony as well. I think this card is fabulous. I absolutely love it. So, Lloyd, I think there's your answer. You know what? I don't even, I mean, I will elaborate, but I don't think I need to. And I'm sure you're laughing just as much as I am. So, Lloyd, it's telling you if you are unhappy, it is time to change. And it's interesting because as I see this change card, as I'm recognizing, again, it's about leaving the dark and moving to the light. But I'm trying to think, what is it called? What is that fun fair thing called where you ride the horses and it goes round in circles? What is it called? Somebody give me, I've got Ferris wheel in my mind, but it's not a Ferris wheel. You know what I'm talking about. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. I can't think of what it's called. But it's basically, it just goes round and round in circles all the time. Okay. So Lloyd, when I see this for you, so it's not what I saw previously, but what I see for you with this, it's almost like we need to go around again. Okay. We need another revolution. We need to go around again. And for you, I think work-wise, it's about going back to somewhere where you've been. All right, because when I said this, I really wish I could think what it's called. Come on, guys, you should be able to type it there for me. What is it called? Where you've got all the horses that are on poles, and you on the at the fun fair, and you just get on it, and it just goes round and round and round and round. What is that called? Because that's what I feel like for Lloyd. It's like for your work situation, I feel like I need you to go back to where you started, go back to where you've come from. So it's not about changing to a completely new place or a completely new situation or a completely new opportunity. I feel like you're going back. Okay, so I hope that helps you, Lloyd. I really do. I think that's quite funny that that card came out. Thank you, Tracy. It's a carousel. Thank you, Tracy. I couldn't think of the word. Of course, it's a carousel. So, Lloyd, to me, it's like, and you know what? Maybe that's more indicative of, thank you, Gwen. I think that's, for you, Lloyd, it's probably more indicative of where you are at the moment, that you're feeling like you're on this carousel work-wise. But I definitely got that sense of, let's go back to where we started. Let's go back to the beginning. Okay, let's go back to the beginning and let's see where it takes you. So I hope that helps, Lloyd. Sending lots of love. Thanks, ladies, for giving it. And there we go. Lloyd also gets the carousel. I couldn't think of the word. I think when it gets to 9 o'clock at night, the brain just switches off and I can't function as a human. All right. Okay. Thank you. I want to just have a look, and I know there's a bit of a delay. So yes, I want to just have a look, Nicole. I want to just see what you had. Thanks, Nazima. I want to see what Nicole's question was earlier that I missed. So just excuse me while I scroll. Oh, there. Okay, so Nicole, hello. She says, hope you're doing well. Thank you, I am. I have had a very hard past few weeks and the wheels literally fell off yesterday. Okay. Today I'm feeling better. Yeah, a real wake-up call. You know what? Before I even carry on reading, so one of the things that I'm seeing with almost every consult, with every person that I'm engaging with at the moment, there's a lot of epiphanies, there's a lot of wake-up calls, there's a lot of hard truths that people are facing. And I think as we get sort of from now, probably through to about March, April, we're going to find so much more of that happening. We have all suppressed for far too long. We have all taken our own feelings and our own thoughts and our own whatevers, and we've just pushed down. You know, we've been all conditioned into focusing on the negative and don't express yourself. You know, keep your feelings to yourself. Don't hurt other people's feelings. Blah blah blah. If I can put it that way. And so there's a lot of us who are now, as we're going through this change from 2020 to 2021, from age of Capricorn to age of Aquarius, all of those big shifts that are taking place. So there's going to be a lot of those kind of situations that are happening where suddenly, you know, you're gonna hear things, you're gonna see things, you're gonna make things happen yourself that is just totally uncharacteristic and totally, you know, unexpected, and it's going to hurt. There's going to be a lot of pain. Okay. All right. So yeah, Nicole, I'm sorry that you had this experience, but I also believe it was necessary. I also believe what it's done or what it's doing for you, because yours is still very much active, what it's doing for you is it's bringing you closer to your truth. And not just the truth that you put out there and portray to the world, but the truth of who you are here in your heart and soul, and of most importantly, of who you need to be. Because again, how many of us, and I include myself, well, not really, but you know, how many of us are living our lives based on what we think other people expect of us? Our parents, our siblings, our family, our bosses, our partners, our whatever it is. A lot of us live our lives based on what we think will make other people happy. Oh, if I do this, then they will love me. Instead of saying, but actually, I don't like that. I don't want to be that. I don't want to be doing that. But we all feel very nervous and very afraid to actually step out. So yes, Nicole, I can totally understand. I am going to shuffle and draw a card for you. So she says, not specifically necessary to the situation, but just in general. Okay, my darling, let's just see what I get. I'm just scrolling back down to the current messages. Okay. Right, so Nicole, let's see what we get for you, my darling. So message for Nicole to help her through her transition, to help her through her change, to help her through the agony and the pain and the disappointment that you are experiencing at the moment. Okay. Right. Hi. You know what? Sometimes I just have to believe and trust and let spirit do their thing. You know, when I go off at my tangent and I ramble and I say things, you know, it's I know it's not me. I know it is coming from spirit, but we all doubt, we all question, we all go like, oh, well, you know. So then we draw a card as, you know, to get a real message, and it comes through as exactly what I was saying. So Nicole, my darling, you have got truth. And that's exactly, so this situation, sorry, I just need to get it back into focus again. So Nicole, basically what spirit is saying to you, what this card is saying to you, is that everything that you've experienced, everything that you're going through has uncovered the truth. Somebody else's truth, your truth, and then there's a third truth as well, okay? And you need to recognize that your truth is the only one that matters. Your belief, your foundation, your understanding, your point of reference is the only thing that matters. So don't let anybody else impact you. Don't try and do the right thing for somebody else. Follow your own heart and soul. Follow your own truth. Follow your own truth, and that's all that you need. All right. Sending lots of love and blessings to you. Time for a sip of Pepsi. I never drink this stuff, but it was too hot for tea tonight. Okie dokie, let's see. Oh, wow, Gwen, only 7 o'clock. So you must be in the UK then, I'm guessing. Must be in the UK if it's only 7 o'clock. It is now 9 minutes past 9 p.m. here by me. And still so hot. Hot. All right. Yeah, you know, Tracy, the energy is completely chaotic and amplified. It's just madness. It's absolute madness what's going on out there. Oh, shame. Oh, shame, Tracy. I'm sorry. Tracy says she's got a little doggy with dementia. Oh, shame. Let's see if we can get a message about puppy. Oh, shame. What message can I give to Tracy with regards to puppy? Let's see what we get. Oh, shame. It's heartbreaking, isn't it? Especially when we can't do anything, and especially with dementia. We know we can't do anything, dementia. So it is so sad. Let's see what message can we give Tracy with regards to her puppy. Let's see what we get. You know what? We've got the opportunity card, and again, we've got the little moon that's coming through the forest. We can see the moon coming through quite clearly there. And I think what it's basically saying to you is it's an opportunity for you to love the dog unconditionally, as the dog has loved you unconditionally for however many years that it has been. But it's also about recognizing that this is an opportunity for you to experience soul rejuvenation, is the word that I'm hearing. Recognizing that when a soul passes, when a soul goes, when a soul evolves, you know, there's such a beautiful moment in that, and it's the opportunity for you to be a part of that, for you to guide the baby, to guide the puppy through what do they call it, the rainbow bridge for animals. But it's about you just helping that soul to transition and to go and to find peace in where they are at the moment. You know, one of the things about dementia is obviously the confusion and, you know, the jumping around from periods and eras. But one thing that you're going to notice most particularly with that particular puppy is the constant unconditional love. But there's definitely fear. I am starting to get that fear. I'm starting to feel a little bit nervous, a little bit apprehensive, a little bit fearful of the people, the circumstances. So you need to keep the dog quiet, keep the dog in darkness almost, you know, especially when the dog is fearful, when the dog is nervous and scared. You need to take the opportunity to keep the dog in the dark, keep the dog in a darkened room, because I think bright light is obviously having an impact. So I hope that helps, Tracy. Sending lots of love and blessings, and I hope baby does okay. Right, Patricia Oliver, Pat, hello, my darling, my fellow drummy mom from 1,000 years ago. I hope you are well, Pat. Thank you for giving me the word carousel as well, because, oh gosh, I just couldn't get there. Pat, I'm going to draw a card for you. Let's see what we get for Pat. Let's see what does Spirit in the universe want Pat to know tonight? What is important and significant for Pat to be aware of and for Pat to know right now? Let's see what we get. So Pat, oh, my darling, you know what this means, transformation. First of all, just look how gorgeous that butterfly is. Just look how gorgeous that butterfly is. So, Pat, transformation is yours, my darling. Transformation is happening, changing from one to another, becoming something other than what you already are, coming into your own and blossoming and just transformation, transforming into something absolutely beautiful and perfect. So there's a lot of change taking place. I do notice the flower, and Spirit is saying to me that particular rose Can't even recognize flowers tonight. So that particular rose, that color, that shape, that form of rose apparently has significance for you, Pat. So somebody in spirit is sending you that rose. Somebody in spirit is connecting with you and giving you that message of unconditional love, that purity, that love. And it's like a peachy colored rose, in case it doesn't come through clearly on the screen. But know that change and transformation is happening for you. How absolutely fabulous. Love that. Love that. Oh, sweetie pie, that's so cute to send that message to Tracy. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Oh, shame, Tracy. It's so hard, my darling. It really is, especially when it's our fur babies and we love them so much. It is so, so, so sad. All right, sweetie pie, let's see what your question is. Want to know, he is worried about our current situation. No contact. Oh, okay, okay. So, and will he make effort to communicate this month? All right, so let's see. All right, sweetie pie, I'm going to draw a card for you. So you want to know if somebody is worried about your current situation, you haven't had any contact, and you want to know if he's going to make the effort to communicate this month. So by this month, I assume you are referring to December, and today is the 10th of December, so there's not much time left this month. So is he going to reach out and communicate with you? Is he thinking about you? And what is Spirit needing you to know about the situation? So, my darling, you've got the happiness card. So I think that's answering your question as a yes, 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 yes. But what I am also picking up from this particular card, because we've got the dolphins playing in the waters, we've got that beautiful big sun in the sky. I honestly think what this is saying to you, sweetie pie, is that when the contact is made, it's not if, okay? The contact is definitely going to be made. There's definitely going to be some kind of a connection that's going to happen, but you need to keep it light. You need to keep it playful. You need to keep it happy. So when the contact is made, don't go, oh, well, where have you been and why haven't you? And don't attack from that point of view. Just keep it light, keep it playful, keep it easy, keep it simple. And that's the way that you will get further advancement in the relationship, if I can put it that way. So keep it simple and know that it's going to work out perfectly. All right. Sending lots of love. Okay. All right. So obviously there's quite a delay in the chat because, Nicole, I'm now seeing your message again coming through. And I think I have answered you already. So I'm not going to answer again. But I do think that there's a bit of a delay that's coming through there. Okay. Right. Let's see. I want to go to Katie, but I'm sure I'm not going to get your name right to say the whole name. So I'm going to call you Katie. I hope you don't mind, my darling, but if I try and pronounce your name, I know I'm going to insult you, and I'd rather not do that. So if you don't mind, Katie, I'm going to call you Katie, and I'm going to do a card for you, my darling. So your first question was, when will I meet the person who I'm going to marry, or I have met him already? Let's see what we get for you, my darling. Thank you, Katie. Thank you for acknowledging. I must sound terrible with names, and I'd hate to offend somebody and make a mess of their name. So, Katie, let's see, what does Spirit need you to know about this relationship? The person you're going to marry, the person who's going to fulfill you and make you happy. What do you need to know about this person coming into your space, coming into your life? What is important and significant? Okay, so we have got purification for you, and just look at the beautiful sunflowers. So there's a couple of things that I noticed with this. So, you know me, I read the cards intuitively. I don't read the guidebook. I have no idea what the guidebook would say about this. I look at the word, I look at the picture, and I listen to what Spirit is saying. So, Katie, what Spirit is saying to you about this particular card is that the person that you're going to meet is somebody who comes from a pure source, a pure background. It's somebody who follows the positive, who works on themselves all the time. You know, sunflowers, how they follow the sun. This is somebody who is, I almost want to say, a devotee. It's somebody who is devoted to their faith, to their religion, to their culture, to themselves, to the way that they live their life, and they don't deviate from that path, okay? But they are somebody who have such a pure heart, such an honest and pure heart, and somebody who, when they connect with you, they love, and the connection that you have is truly, truly powerful, truly, truly strong, and truly magnificent, just as the sunflower is. Sunflowers are my absolute favorite flowers in the whole world. Just love, love, love sunflowers. And I think, you know, we have to understand the purity of the sunflower seed, of the plant, of everything. Also, how tall and how strong. So as far as this person goes, I am going to add in that they are tall. I'm going to add in that they are of pure heart, that they are somebody who have strong understanding and belief systems, and a strong conviction. I have to use that word, a strong conviction. Somebody who comes with from such a pure place, and all they want to do is to make you and everybody around them happy. Okay, so I do think this is somebody that you have not yet met. This is somebody who still needs to come through. This is somebody who still has a lot of growing to do. So that means that you're probably not going to meet them in the next week or 2 or 3, okay? It's probably going to be a while because there's still some growth. That's what I'm hearing from Spirit. There's still some growth that needs to take place before they actually reveal themselves to you. But when they do, it's going to be absolutely magical. So sending lots of love to you, Katie. Lots of love. All right, I'm going to just do 1 or 2 more, and then we're going to call it quits for the night. Zingisa, hello, my darling. Zingisa, hello, hello, hello. Let's draw a card for Zingisa. Let's draw a card. Let's see what we get. Okay. It's a pleasure, Katie. Lots of love to you, my darling. Zingisa, let's see what we... Oopsie, this one wants to come through for you. I nearly threw it all over the table. All right, so Zingisa, you have got the flow card. And look at it. I mean, these cards are just absolutely gorgeous, aren't they? Terry, I know you've been asking a bit. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to do you next, Terry. Sorry, I keep seeing your name, and then when I'm ready for the next one, your name is gone. So I'm gonna keep you there. I'm gonna do your card for you now. Right. So Zingisa, you've got flow, my darling, and you know what? Look at that river that's flowing. Look at the moonlight that's shining off the river, and the river never stops. It doesn't matter if it's day or if it's night, if it's raining, if it's not raining, whatever the conditions are. That river just keeps flowing, and the river flows very smoothly, very calmly. There's no rapids here. There's no kind of chaos. So I think, Zingisa, it's saying to you, whatever's happening in your life at the moment, just go with the flow. All right? Don't try and change anything. Don't try and change directions. Don't try and flow in a different way. Don't try and do anything. Just go with the flow. Don't try and control, navigate, or change anything at the moment. I almost want to say, just, you know what they say, when you fall into a river, if you try and swim, if you try and paddle, if you try and stop yourself, if you panic, you just drown. What they say to you is you're supposed to flip onto your back, face your feet downstream, and just basically go with it until such time as you hit shallow water and you can stand and get up. And this is what I'm feeling for you, my darling. So there's a lot of stuff happening around you, and the more you struggle, the more you try and control, the more you try and navigate, the more you try and make it better. Actually, the worse you're making it for yourself. So just go with the flow. Be calm. Be still. As that particular river is, don't let the rapids, don't let anything like that else get to you, and just know that everything is perfect in your world. All right, sending lots of love to you, my darling. Lots of love. Okay, so Terry, hello, Terry. Shame, Terry, I did see your name like way earlier when I first came online, so I'm sorry to have missed you so many times, but let's have a look. Any guidance for me tonight? And of course, you added the sunflower. I love sunflowers. Sunflowers are just my absolute favorite. All right, so Terry, let's see, what does Spirit need you to know tonight? What is the important message for Terry tonight? What guidance can we offer Terry to make life a little bit easier and a little bit better? Whoopsie. And Renee goes and throws the cards all over the table, as always. All right, Terry, let's see what we get for you. Card for Terry tonight. Message from Spirit for Terry. Okay, so Terry, we're having this one. Ooh. This card is another one that always wants to make me giggle, okay? So it's the card of voyage. And it's, what the first thing that I notice is the voyage, the transport, the means of the voyage is a little bit odd, peculiar, and strange. But it is voyage nonetheless. It is progress. It is movement. It is going from one place to another. But it's about taking advantage of whatever opportunities are around you. And again, what is a voyage? If we just take that word and we just unpack it a little bit, Terry, what is a voyage? A voyage is an experience, a process, a going from one place to another and having that experience along the way. So that's what you've got happening for you here. So these whales should be under the water, but they're actually above the water. And you can see that this little one is taking advantage. So it's almost like this big whale is the, I'm going to call it the transport system, the hot air balloon, or however you want to call it. And the little one is taking advantage and taking advantage and traveling wherever they can, allowing the wind, allowing the moon, allowing all the natural things around them to guide them on their voyage, on their journey. So a voyage is a travel, it's a journey from A to B, but again, it's one of those cards where it says to you, it's not the destination that matters. It's not where you end up that's important. It's the voyage, it's the journey, it's the trip, it's the experience that you go on. So Terry, I honestly think for you what this is saying is be mindful that whatever you're going through in life at the moment, whatever's happening in your world at the moment, you are partway. Okay, you have already started. It's not like you're still to start. You have already started. You are already in progress. You have already made a portion of the way of your journey, okay? And we need to understand that there's still more to come. There is still more journey that needs to take place. So don't try and limit, don't try and restrict, don't try and control too much in your life at the moment. Just let things go naturally and trust that you are en route to change, to better, to improvement. All right. Sending lots of love, Terry. Hope that helps, my darling. Okay. Right, I'm going to do one more. Let's see who stands out. Oh, Nicole, it's such a pleasure, my darling. Oh, wow. Yeah. Yeah. Need to be a little bit more selfish. You know what? I tell everybody that. I really do. I tell everybody. And it's not selfish in a negative sense. It's actually selfish in a positive sense, because if you don't take care of yourself, if you don't put petrol into your own tank, okay? And I say petrol and I say tank, but I mean love, emotion, happiness, food, water, all of those kind of things. If you do not fill your own reserves, if you don't take care of yourself, how can you help other people? As you say there, you can't pour from an empty cup. And again, you know, we've all been programmed and conditioned to not be selfish, to not consider yourself first, to not think of yourself, always consider other people. But actually what we need to be doing is we need to be filling our own reserves first, because only when we are strong, only when we are confident, only when we are happy, can we actually have happiness and help anybody else. So you have to be a little bit selfish, my darling. You really do. And honestly, it's easier said than done. When we take that first step to take back our power, to take back our control, to take back our individuality, and you suddenly start feeling a little bit more confident, the next step becomes easier. So the only difficult one is that first one. And Nicole, you've already done that. You've already taken that first step. You've already taken that first step towards whatever it is that you need to. So it's going to be easy from here. It really is going to be easy from here. It's a pleasure, Terry. It's a pleasure. So sending lots of love to you guys. Okay, Magda, yes, I just saw your name, it disappeared, and then you posted at the bottom. So my last message tonight is going to be for Magda. Let's see what we get for Magda. And for the rest of you, please remember, if you're wondering why Hey Beautiful Clothing Nicole has a butterfly next to her name, she is part of our club, my YouTube club members. It's click the join button below, and they get special preference. They get to pay, they pay a little subscription each month to get my undivided attention, and they get all sorts of perks and all sorts of benefits of joining the club. So if you want more of my attention, join the club below. Small monthly fee. It's not a lot of money, and you get lots and lots and lots of benefits from it. So yeah, join. Okay, Magda, let's take a card for Magda. Take a card for Magda. Magda Spirit are giving you this one over here. Okay, so this card made an appearance earlier on tonight as well. And Magda, this card is relaxation. And again, it's like what we were just saying, what I was just saying to Nicole. It's about being a little bit selfish. It's about putting fuel into your own tank first. It's about taking the time out to relax, taking the time out to replenish your energies, taking the time out to just rejuvenate your soul. Let's be honest, 2020 has been horrific. Not just from people who've lost their jobs and that kind of thing, but just every single one of us on a spiritual, mental, emotional level. It's been horrific. We are all exhausted. It doesn't matter what your work situation is. It doesn't matter what your family situation is. It doesn't matter what you've actually been going through, but we are all absolutely exhausted. And to go and lie in that hammock and just read a book, oh my gosh, how fabulous would that be right now? I would give anything to just have that time, just for not to be worried about, is the house clean? Has this been done? Has the washing been done? Do I need to do this? Do I need to do that? To just exhale. So Magda, that is for you, my darling. You clearly need an exhale. You clearly need to take a little bit of time to replenish your energies, to replenish your batteries, to put back into your own tank. And the only way that you're going to do that is by doing something that brings you joy. And if you do something that brings you joy, it's amazing how quickly it fills your tank. When you do something that doesn't bring you joy, it takes a long time. But as soon as you do something that brings you joy, it's like, whoop, you fill up your tank almost instantly. So Magda, sending you lots of love, my darling. I do hope that helps. And for the rest of you, thank you so much for being here tonight. Thank you so much for being here tonight. I am officially going on leave as such next week, Wednesday. I will not be doing any more one-on-one readings. I will not be consulting anymore, but I will still be working behind the scenes and I will still be doing videos. Tomorrow morning's pick a card has been posted, so I will release it just after 8 tomorrow morning, and you can all come in. It's a very interesting pick a card this week. I say that every week. But during my December leave, during my time off in December, I'm hoping to do a lot more lives. So, you know, that's going to be my fun, because I do so enjoy it. I do so enjoy connecting with each one of you. And I find it great fun to hang out with good people. So yeah, look forward to more live streams from me, more live connections from me. And until we connect again, as always, from my heart to yours. Thank you so much for being here tonight. For those of you who have given donations and who've joined my club, thank you, thank you, thank you. From the bottom of my heart, I am so blessed. Lots of love and blessings until we meet again. Good night. Sleep tight. Bye.